What if the very struggles weighing you down right now could become the foundation of your greatest growth? It may sound unlikely, but throughout history, people have discovered a powerful way to turn setbacks into strength. That path is found in Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that continues to help people face uncertainty, hardship, and pressure with remarkable clarity. Think back to a recent moment when something challenged you. Maybe someone tested your patience, a setback damaged your confidence, or circumstances didn't go the way you expected. In that moment, how did you respond? Did your emotions take control, or were you able to act in a way that reflected who you truly want to be? This question lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism teaches us that while we can't always control what happens around us, we can control the way we respond. It encourages us to meet life's difficulties with wisdom, courage, and self-discipline, rather than allowing ourselves to be carried away by impulse. Today, we're exploring a timeless principle that has helped people navigate challenges for centuries: training your mind to respond instead of react. At first glance, this might sound like simple self-control, but it's much deeper than that. It's about developing awareness strong enough to create space between an event and your reaction. In that space lies the ability to choose your response with intention. The Stoics understood something many people still struggle to grasp today. External events are often beyond our influence, but our judgments, attitudes, and decisions remain within our power. By focusing our energy on what we can control, we free ourselves from being constantly tossed around by circumstances. This wisdom invites us to slow down when emotions run high. Instead of acting out of frustration, fear, or anger, we learn to pause, reflect, and choose the response that aligns with our values. And that ability can change everything. Consider how many regrets begin with a reaction we wish we could take back. A harsh word spoken in anger, a decision made in panic, a moment where emotion overpowered reason. Now imagine approaching those same situations with calmness, clarity, and confidence. Life doesn't become easier, but you become stronger within it. And the benefits go far beyond personal peace. Learning to respond thoughtfully makes you more resilient in difficult times, more compassionate in your relationships, and more effective in pursuing your goals. It strengthens not only your character, but also the impact you have on the people around you. The truth is, every challenge presents an opportunity to practice this skill. Every frustrating conversation, unexpected obstacle, or difficult moment becomes a chance to strengthen your mind. In today's discussion, we'll explore practical strategies inspired by both Stoic philosophy and modern psychology. You'll learn how to become more mindful of your thoughts, how to understand and express emotions in a healthy way, and how to keep a broader perspective when life feels overwhelming. By the end, you'll have a set of powerful tools that can help you slow down, think clearly, and respond with purpose, no matter what circumstances come your way. Now let's continue this journey together as we explore how Stoic wisdom can help us take control of one of the most powerful forces in our lives: the way we respond to what happens around us. When we learn to choose our responses consciously, we begin to transform not only our experiences, but also the quality of our relationships, decisions, and overall sense of peace. At the core of Stoicism lies a simple yet life-changing principle. Not every thought deserves immediate action, and not every emotion requires an instant response. The great Stoic thinkers of ancient Greece and Rome understood that true strength isn't found in controlling the world around us. It's found in mastering ourselves. Their teachings remain surprisingly relevant today. In a world filled with constant distractions, pressure, and emotional triggers, the ability to remain composed has become more valuable than ever. But why does responding matter so much? Picture yourself in a difficult conversation, facing criticism, or dealing with an unexpected setback. Most people react automatically. Emotions surge, words are spoken without thought, and decisions are made in the heat of the moment. While this response may feel natural, it often creates problems that last far longer than the situation itself. A single impulsive reaction can damage trust, fuel unnecessary conflict, or leave us carrying regret long after the moment has passed. This is where Stoic philosophy offers a different path. The Stoics believe that a good life is built on reason, virtue, and intentional action. Instead of becoming slaves to our impulses, They encouraged us to examine our thoughts before acting on them. They taught that every challenge presents an opportunity to practice wisdom. Responding rather than reacting begins with a pause. That pause may last only a few seconds, but it can completely change the outcome of a situation. It creates space between the event itself and your response to it. Within that space lies the freedom to choose how you will move forward. Rather than being pulled around by emotion, you become an observer of your own experience. You notice your feelings, acknowledge them honestly, and then decide whether they deserve influence over your actions. This doesn't mean becoming emotionless. In fact, it's the opposite. It's about understanding your emotions deeply enough that they no longer control you. You recognize anger without being consumed by it. You feel disappointment without allowing it to define your decisions. You experience fear without letting it dictate your future. And that's where real freedom begins. When you practice this way of thinking consistently, you develop an inner stability that external circumstances struggle to shake. Challenges still arise, but they no longer have the same power over your state of mind. The impact extends far beyond your personal well-being. Thoughtful responses strengthen relationships because people feel heard rather than attacked. They improve leadership because calm judgment inspires confidence. They build resilience because every obstacle becomes an opportunity to grow rather than a reason to fall apart. People are naturally drawn to those who remain steady when situations become difficult. And perhaps that's one of the most overlooked benefits of this practice. The more control you gain over your responses, the less control circumstances have over you. Of course, developing this mindset doesn't happen overnight. Like any meaningful skill, it requires practice, patience, and consistency. The Stoics understood that mental discipline is built the same way physical strength is built, through repeated effort over time. As we move forward, we'll explore practical techniques inspired by both Stoic philosophy and modern psychology that can help train the mind for this kind of intentional living. These strategies are not merely theories. They are tools that can help you remain centered, thoughtful, and composed, no matter what challenges life places in your path. Because the quality of your life is often determined not by what happens to you, but by how you choose to respond. Let's begin with one of the most important foundations of Stoic practice, self-awareness. Before we can change our reactions, we first need to understand them. The Stoics place tremendous value on looking inward, believing that wisdom starts with understanding our own minds. They encourage constant observation of our thoughts, beliefs, and emotional patterns. In practical terms, this means paying close attention to what is happening inside you, especially during difficult moments. The more aware you become of your emotions and mental habits, the easier it is to recognize them before they take control. Many reactions happen automatically because we're unaware of them in real time. But when self-awareness grows, something powerful happens. You begin to notice frustration before it becomes anger. You catch fear before it turns into panic. You recognize negative thinking before it shapes your actions. That awareness creates choice, and choice creates freedom. The next practice is equally simple, yet incredibly powerful. Learning to pause. One of the greatest lessons from Stoic philosophy is that there is a space between what happens to us and how we respond to it. Within that space lies our ability to choose. When something triggers an emotional response, even a brief pause can completely shift the outcome. A few seconds of stillness can prevent words you'll later regret. A single deep breath can stop an impulsive decision from becoming a lasting mistake. This pause doesn't need to be dramatic. It can be as simple as taking a slow breath, counting to 5, or asking yourself a single question. What is the wisest response right now? Often, that small moment of reflection is all it takes to move from reaction to intention. Another valuable Stoic practice is the art of reframing. Life doesn't always change when we want it to, but our perspective often can. The Stoics understood that events themselves are rarely the source of our suffering. More often, it's the meaning we attach to those events. By changing the way we interpret a situation, we can dramatically change how we experience it. Imagine facing a difficult project at work, a setback in business, or an unexpected obstacle in your personal life. It's easy to see these moments as threats or failures. But what if they were opportunities instead? Opportunities to learn, opportunities to grow stronger, opportunities to develop patience, resilience, and character. Sometimes the challenge itself doesn't need to change. Sometimes it's our perspective that unlocks a completely different path forward. Another cornerstone of Stoic wisdom is focusing on what is within your control. So much of human frustration comes from trying to manage things we simply cannot control. Other people's opinions, unexpected events, past mistakes, or uncertain outcomes. The Stoics taught that peace begins when we stop fighting reality and start directing our energy toward what is actually ours to influence. Our choices, our actions, our attitudes, our character. This doesn't mean giving up or becoming passive. Quite the opposite. It means investing your energy where it can make the greatest difference. When you stop exhausting yourself over things beyond your reach, you gain the strength to act purposefully where you truly have power. Finally, there is the practice of reflection. The Stoics viewed personal growth as a lifelong process. They regularly reviewed their actions, examined their choices, and looked honestly at where they could improve. We can do the same. At the end of each day, take a few moments to reflect. Ask yourself how you handled challenges. Consider the moments when you responded thoughtfully and the moments when emotion got the better of you. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. And when you fall short, view it not as failure, but as feedback. Every day offers another opportunity to practice. Every challenge offers another lesson. And every thoughtful response strengthens the person you are becoming. Over time, these small daily efforts begin to reshape the mind. You become calmer under pressure, clearer in your thinking, and more aligned with the values that matter most to you. By embracing these principles, we do more than study Stoicism. We live it. We develop the ability to meet life's uncertainties with confidence, navigate adversity with grace, and respond to the world in a way that reflects our highest ideals. And that transformation begins one conscious choice at a time. Let's now turn our attention to one of the most practical tools for developing a responsive mindset: mindfulness. At its essence, mindfulness is the practice of becoming fully aware of the present moment. It invites us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations without immediately judging them or becoming consumed by them. Through this awareness, we gain a deeper understanding of how our inner world shapes our actions. This idea aligns closely with Stoic philosophy. The Stoics believe that a well-lived life begins with conscious awareness. By grounding ourselves in the present moment, we place our attention where our true power exists, not in the past, which cannot be changed, or the future, which remains uncertain, but in the choices we can make right now. One of the simplest and most effective ways to strengthen mindfulness is through focused attention practices, especially breath awareness. The breath is always available to us, making it a powerful anchor. By paying attention to each inhale and exhale, we train the mind to stay present, and whenever the mind inevitably wanders, we gently bring it back without frustration or self-criticism. This process may seem simple, but it develops a skill that extends far beyond meditation. It strengthens concentration, improves emotional regulation, and helps us remain steady during moments of stress and uncertainty. Another valuable practice is mindful observation. The beauty of this technique is that it can be woven into everyday life. You don't need a special environment or extra time. Whether you're eating a meal, taking a walk, washing dishes, or sitting in traffic, each moment becomes an opportunity to practice awareness. Instead of rushing through the experience, you fully engage with it. You notice details that usually escape your attention. You become curious rather than distracted. Over time, this habit trains the mind to stay grounded instead of constantly drifting between worries about the future and regrets about the past. And often, it's in these ordinary moments that we discover an unexpected sense of peace. Another powerful mindfulness exercise is the body scan. This practice involves slowly directing attention through different areas of the body, noticing sensations without trying to change them. As awareness deepens, you begin to recognize areas of tension, stress, or emotional strain that may have gone unnoticed. Many people carry their stress physically without realizing it. By bringing attention to the body, we create an opportunity to release unnecessary tension and reconnect with ourselves. This approach mirrors the Stoic understanding that while physical sensations are part of life, they do not need to dominate our thinking or dictate our choices. Mindfulness also has the power to transform the way we interact with other people. Too often, conversations are spent preparing our next response, rather than truly listening. But when we practice presence in our relationships, something changes. We listen more carefully, we judge less quickly, we understand more deeply. Being fully present with another person is one of the most meaningful gifts we can offer. It fosters trust, strengthens connection, and creates space for genuine understanding. This reflects a core Stoic belief that every person is navigating their own struggles, challenges, and experiences. Recognizing this naturally encourages patience, empathy, and compassion. As these mindfulness practices become part of daily life, they begin to reshape the way we experience the world. We become less controlled by distraction, less overwhelmed by emotion, and more capable of meeting challenges with clarity and composure. Gradually, we develop the ability to remain centered even when circumstances are difficult. And that is one of the greatest strengths a person can cultivate. Through mindfulness, we sharpen our awareness. Through Stoic wisdom, we learn how to use that awareness wisely. Together, they create a powerful foundation for a life guided by purpose, balance, and inner strength. Now let's move from understanding these ideas to putting them into practice. Because learning to respond rather than react is not about denying your emotions or suppressing your natural instincts. It's about elevating the way you engage with life's experiences. It's about creating enough awareness to choose your actions instead of being controlled by them. This is where Stoic philosophy becomes more than an idea. It becomes a way of living, with intention, wisdom, and conscious choice. To truly embody the principles we've explored, these ideas must become more than concepts. They must become habits. The transition from reacting impulsively to responding thoughtfully happens through consistent daily practice. Imagine facing a difficult situation. Perhaps a colleague criticizes your work, a plan falls apart unexpectedly, or someone says something that immediately triggers frustration. In those moments, your first instinct may be to react emotionally. That's completely human. But those moments are also opportunities to apply the training you've been building. Instead of allowing emotion to take the wheel, you can pause and create space for reflection. You can step back from the immediate intensity of the moment and ask yourself a powerful question. What response would reflect my best self? This question shifts your attention from impulse to intention. It's not about ignoring your emotions or pretending they don't exist. Stoicism has never been about becoming emotionally numb. Rather, it's about learning how to work with your emotions instead of being controlled by them. Every feeling carries information. Frustration may reveal unmet expectations. Fear may point toward uncertainty. Disappointment may highlight something you deeply value. The goal is not to silence these emotions, but to understand them. Once you understand them, you can decide how much influence they deserve over your actions. That's where reason becomes your guide. In practical terms, this may mean stepping away from a conversation before responding. It could mean taking a short walk after receiving upsetting news. Sometimes it means asking yourself whether the issue bothering you is truly the problem or merely a symptom of something deeper. Very often, our strongest reactions are directed at surface-level frustrations, while the real source of discomfort remains hidden beneath them. When we slow down enough to investigate, we gain clarity. And clarity often reveals better solutions than emotional reactivity ever could. Each time you choose a thoughtful response over an impulsive reaction, you strengthen a new pattern within yourself. You become more resilient, more self-aware, and more capable of handling life's uncertainties with confidence. These small moments may seem insignificant at first, but over time, they shape character, and character shapes destiny. One of the most effective ways to deepen this practice is by weaving it into your daily routine. Begin each morning by setting an intention for how you want to show up in the world. Remind yourself of the qualities you wish to embody: patience, courage, wisdom, kindness, or self-discipline. Throughout the day, return to those intentions whenever challenges arise. And at the end of the day, take a few moments to reflect. Ask yourself, where did I respond well today? Where did I react impulsively? What can I learn from both? This habit of reflection transforms everyday experiences into opportunities for growth. There is no perfection in this process. There will be days when emotions get the better of you. There will be moments when you fall back into old habits. But growth is not measured by never making mistakes. It's measured by your willingness to learn from them and continue moving forward. The Stoics understood this deeply. They viewed life as a continuous practice, a daily effort to become a little wiser, a little calmer, and a little more aligned with virtue. By embracing this mindset, you're doing far more than reducing stress or managing conflict. You're choosing a way of life grounded in purpose and self-mastery. You're learning to act from principles rather than impulses, to respond from wisdom rather than emotion, to remain steady when circumstances become uncertain. And perhaps most importantly, you're becoming the kind of person who contributes more understanding, patience, and reason to the world around them. The journey from reaction to response is one of the most meaningful transformations a person can undertake. It invites us to know ourselves more deeply, engage with others more thoughtfully, and face life's challenges with greater confidence and grace. The Stoics walked this path centuries ago, not because life was easy, but because they understood that true strength comes from within, and that lesson remains just as powerful today. As we conclude this exploration, remember that the goal is not simply to control your reactions. The deeper goal is to build a life guided by awareness, reason, and virtue. When we focus on what we can control, act according to our values, and approach each challenge as an opportunity for growth, we begin to experience life differently. Every conversation becomes a chance to practice patience. Every setback becomes a chance to build resilience. Every obstacle becomes a chance to strengthen character. And with each thoughtful response, we move one step closer to the person we aspire to become. Dedication to choosing thoughtful responses over automatic reactions. Every day presents new opportunities to practice this discipline. Whether you're dealing with minor frustrations, unexpected obstacles, or life-changing decisions, each moment offers a chance to apply the timeless virtues that Stoicism teaches. Wisdom in your thinking, courage in your actions, justice in your treatment of others, and moderation in your emotions. These virtues are not reserved for extraordinary circumstances. They are built through ordinary moments, one choice at a time. Each time you pause before reacting, each time you choose understanding over anger, patience over frustration, or reason over impulse, you strengthen the foundation of your character. And in doing so, you not only improve your own life, but also create a positive impact on the people around you. The path from reaction to response is not something we master once and for all. It is a lifelong practice. There will always be new challenges, new lessons, and new opportunities to grow. The Stoics understood that self-mastery is not a destination, but an ongoing journey of learning, reflection, and refinement. That's why regular self-examination remains so important. Take time to reflect on your choices. Celebrate the moments when you acted with wisdom and integrity. Learn from the moments when emotions took control. Both success and failure have something valuable to teach us when approached with honesty and humility. Over time, these small acts of reflection create profound change. They bring us closer to the person we want to become, and the effects extend far beyond ourselves. The way we respond influences our families, our friendships, our workplaces, and our communities. Like ripples spreading across water, our choices often reach farther than we realize. A calm response can ease tension. A thoughtful word can restore understanding. A wise decision can inspire others to do the same. As we reach the end of this journey together, remember one simple truth. Every moment presents a choice between impulse and intention, between reacting automatically and responding consciously, between being controlled by circumstances and choosing how you will meet them. Your life is shaped by those choices. Each response becomes part of the story you're writing every day. Each thoughtful action becomes another thread woven into the fabric of your character. And with enough intentional choices, those threads create a life marked by wisdom, resilience, and purpose. So as you move forward, carry these lessons with you. Continue practicing awareness. Continue strengthening your ability to pause, reflect, and choose wisely. Progress may be gradual, but every effort matters. Every mindful response is a victory. Every moment of self-control is a step forward, and every challenge is another opportunity to grow. If you found value in today's discussion, continue exploring the principles that help cultivate a calmer, wiser, and more meaningful life. There is always more to learn, more to practice, and more to discover on this path. Thank you for spending this time with us and for joining this exploration of Stoic wisdom. Until next time, may you move through life with clarity in your mind, strength in your character, and peace in your heart. And may every response you choose bring you closer to the person you are meant to become.